Welcome back to Dream Drop Distance.
Commute was terrible, food tasted like 8-bit, and I'm pretty sure the Dream Eaters didn't pay to get on this ride.
Still a better ride than most of the public transportation in my hometown.
Now, I really like this area because it's like a really kind of compact kind of shipyard. You know, there are fighter jets, there are solar sailors, and there are cargo bays and things like that. It's got a lot of neat little alcoves where treasure chests are hiding, so it's definitely worth it to explore.
When they expanded the world, to accommodate Flow Motion, your Dream Eater partners and so on, they definitely put a lot of thought into, the exploration side of things. So I definitely recommend going out of your way to check all of these, little alcoves and whatnot, because you never know, you might find a big treasure chest.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes more sense that, there aren't as many NPCs, like, in here, in this specific area. I guess it makes more sense because it's like a fantasy computer kind of environment, not stuff like the city of Paris, which should be packed.
Yeah, now, we've been criticising this on a thematic level, but let's be honest here, it's not thematically based, it's all to do with, the processing power of the 3DS. It probably just wouldn't be able to handle NPCs and the like.
I mean, even then, I understand not having, like, a ton of NPCs in, like, city environments and things like that, because, again, of the processing power. I get that. I'm not saying they should do that, but at the same time, there's that, and then there's the fact that they've always been very sparse with all the various kind of characters they have in the worlds. We've seen Olympus Coliseum way too many times to know that if they're gonna cut a corner in that area, they will.
One interesting fact about NPCs that just came to my mind, in Kingdom Hearts 3, alongside your partners, Donald and Goofy and so on, NPCs in worlds will apparently fight alongside you.
Now, that's interesting. I want to see how they do that, considering the fact that NPCs have always been a big secondary thing in Cage that I've seen, so I want to see how they do that.
Yeah, like the pirates in Port Royal who would fight alongside the other pirates. It would be basically like that, but they'd be on your side.
Out of all the worlds in Cage 3D, this is still definitely one of my favorites. Like, I really like the whole setup, the music's cool, the fighting can be kind of nice, the bosses are pretty decent. Well, except one of them, but we'll get into that later. Overall, it's one of my favorite worlds in this game, and it's kind of a shame it's so early on, because that means you have to get through the rest of it.
I would say it's probably my second favourite out of this particular set. You can probably all guess which is my favourite overall.
Well, that's your favorite, really?
The source material, Helldragon, the nostalgia is strong.
Yeah, and it's limiting. Oh. They're judging you right now, the save files. Why won't you rate it based on the gameplay, Tom? Not because you like the movie so much.
I was actually watching Helldragon Ocean Arm earlier before we started recording.
We found it, the Wayback Machine.
You sure we'll find Tron's source code here?
Of course, look around, there's gotta be a zip file around here somewhere.
Yeah, wedged between a chair.
No, Kara did, that's a wall.
Damn, they didn't write it on the wall like I thought they would.
Sora, let's look elsewhere.
Alright.
Maybe it'll be under a desk or something, I don't know.
Surprise!
Hello, I am here to speak in Frisbee-based language.
Wait, Cora.
Kara seems fluent.
Talk to Rinsler. A little heart-to-heart might jog his memory.
Okay, but take a frisbee, otherwise you're just gonna get nowhere.
Yeah, Frisbees are clearly the most powerful things in Tron.
The Tron I remember, he had something.
Yeah, he had a pretty fly team-up attack.
Plotting executables.
Tron, right? Clue did something to you to mess with your memory. You're a little confused.
This giant Keyblade will beat that out of you.
Come on. Remember, Tron?
This is how I say hello and goodbye.
Frisbee-based language.
Bonjour. Oh no, I said it wrong.
How does a Frisbee knock you back like that?
Momentum plus force.
I don't think
And it just comes on back. That's a pretty neat Frisbee. Okay, well, there's a big hole in it. It's more like a chakram. Like in Xena? Can't do that.
There are already chakrams in this series, and you go for Xena.
What? That's the one that people would know more.
Sure, why not?
Tron.
Who's piloting the ship?
That's what we do.
Oh, I think we just got our answer.
No, go away. We don't like you.
Lad exposition.
The most precious hearts.
Of which there are quite a few at this point.
Yeah, that's my feeling, Sora.
Heart are tightly linked.
Xemnas.
A very muted reaction there, Sora. You know, you were more surprised when you met him in Pranks' Paradise. You know, almost like you were meeting him for the first time there, even though technically Pranks' Paradise is the third world you're supposed to visit in this set. You know, it has the higher combat level of all the worlds.
Yeah, I always thought that was kind of weird. You would think that in the non-linear kind of story progression that this game has, they would want to get their details right, but I guess they made a mistake. Oh well, it happens.
Found an old system and made a copy of its master control program and used it to serve his own ends.
Man, I hope that turns into a transform at some point. That would be great.
Here, data can be copied,
Oh, goody, here we go.
changed, and
I really don't know where they were going with this. Like, he's saying a bunch of shit that's basically saying, oh, well, Sora, maybe you're actually a copy too, when he doesn't have any fucking proof or evidence whatsoever. We've known he's lied before. Why do they believe him?
I think it's all part of a plot to kind of weaken Sora's heart. I don't know the specifics just yet. They'll play out as the game progresses, but I think they're just relying on Sora's naivete at this point.
Yeah, they have to make that work. That's always been a big problem I've had with these various scenes. They buy into what these guys say way too easily. Like, they instantly get hit with doubt. I really think that shouldn't happen unless they have, like, clear evidence for that kind of thing.
Now, Sora did recover from that almost instantly, but there was that split second where he was judging himself, and so Xemnas' ploy has worked.
Somehow, I don't know. I really hate these guys, how they just come in, say cryptic shit, the character you're controlling goes, huh? And that's the scene. I hate that so much. It's lazy-ass writing.
Data does not dream. Cannot dream.
And there's this asshole. He's doing the same shit too, but we see him more often. I don't know what his deal is. I'm sure I'm not gonna like it in the end, but still.
Don't ask where this wind is coming from.
I guess the ship is just letting out one big monstrous fart.
What do you mean?
I don't know! I don't have an answer for that. Goodbye. See, it's really hard to kind of take these villains seriously. They're not really mysterious and intimidating. The heroes are just stupid. It's like Birth by Sleep all over again.
The problem with Birth by Sleep, and especially Dream Drop Distances, they don't pace out the story very well. Like, 95% of it is told in the final world.
Yeah, and plus they have to stop each world's progression just so these assholes can come in and say cryptic shit.
Combatant 13,
I got that reference.
Greetings, Sora. I've been waiting.
Who are you?
I am Clue.
I've been looking for one for some time.
Yeah, well, maybe you should get one.
The guy who turned Tron into Rinsler.
Yes, I have patched him for maximum efficiency.
He now runs faster.
Well, unrepurpose it.
You cannot remove the DRM from Rinsler.
As I might.
Huh?
You have a little item called a Keyblade. It can open any lock, isn't that right? Hand it over, and I'll change Rinsler back into Tron.
Now here's the thing. If Sora was smart, and we know he's not, he could have handed the Keyblade over to Clue, have Clue fix Tron if he promised that for real. I don't know if he would keep his word. Either way, Sora can just summon it back when he's done. It would have been brilliant.
Ah, the Jack Sparrow scenario.
Exactly, but they don't do anything like that, which is a shame. We only talk frisbees in this arena.
Anyone got a spare frisbee? I can't understand a word of what this guy's saying.
Cora!
Oh, and Cora's alright.
This is the worst game of disc golf I ever played, Cora! You gotta help me!
Long enough for me to escape. You can do it. You can get through to him.
With violence? Yeah, I guess.
Sora, you have to fight him.
You know, it's funny, there's actually a piece of fan art which depicts Korra, you know, the legend of Korra's Korra, and her pro bending team, you know, wearing these kind of outfits, and it actually fits pretty well.
I'll try beating him up. I've been pretty good at it so far, though.
Let's go, Tron.
I love the build-up to this fight, and the fight itself, actually.
I agree. I think that was actually decently well done. Just prophesizing the fact that Sora is gonna have to fight his former friend like this. I really did like that.
Now, I mentioned last time, I think it was, that I quite enjoy, you know, the personal kind of fights, human-sized character versus human-sized character, and this boss fight is one of those. The problem here, though, is because of the way I'm playing Dream Drop Distance, I'm kind of over-leveled here, so Rinsler does not get to do any of his giant super attacks, such as leaping at you from the air, or literally turning the battlefield upside down so your controls are reversed and you fight on the ceiling. There's none of that here.
Now, if you don't want to grind before you face Tron, I, as usual, advise you to play Hit and Run. He does like to interrupt your attacks with his deadly frisbee action, and he does like to flip the room around and things like that. You know, just hang back, shoot him a bunch, try not to get into melee combat with him too much.
Well, if you do want to get into a bit of melee combat, I would recommend that you counter and, you know, attack like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can block in this game. That's my fault, I don't block, like, ever.
Yeah, don't forget counter rush.
See, he's doing it right there. He's interrupting your attacks, so you want to watch out for that. And the reality shift, like Tama is doing here, is pretty helpful for disabling the deadly frisbee, so you'll want to do that as much as you can.
Oh, now he's mute and soon to be dead.
You know, actually, when the fight started, the music didn't play at first. I thought my game had glitched out, but no, it actually builds up to the music starting off.
Great piece of music as well. Rinsler Recompiled is definitely one of the better tracks on the OST of Da-Da-Da, I think.
Oh, he remembers the handles!
Access approved!
This is cool. I really like this callback to Cage too, actually.
That's why the grid is one of my favourite worlds in this game, because it builds heavily on, you know, past Kingdom Hearts narratives and so on.
I dare say it's one of the more well-written worlds in this game, and I can't believe I have to say Kingdom Hearts is well-written at any particular point, but I have to admit it.
You know, Xemnas and Spoiler Man scenes aside, of course.
No, how did you defeat my DRM? I'm gonna get Origin on your ass! No, I am Steam! What a perfectly sized hole. Oh, didn't work. Sorry!
Steam, no!
I'll be back in an update!
I'll deal with you later. I have to retrieve Rinsler.
I love that line. It's so cute. I have to go pick up my toys. Be right back.
Probably dropped them underneath the couch. Where are you, Rinsler?
Reached for my hand. Tron is still in there.
I do like how they didn't save Tron right then. There's still a bit of work, but they're getting there. I do like that.
Mm-hmm. Leaves it open.
So do you. Power to make me see it.
So, does that mean we're friends?
Well, that's a bit forward, but okay. She's like twice his size. I don't even know how that's possible.
What if my memories aren't my own?
What if they are, and Xemnas is full of shit? Have you ever thought of that?
Xemnas? Full of shit? That's nonsense. He's a nobody. Nobodies aren't full of shit.
Yeah, they're full of nothing, if not shit. I'm gonna patch this place with lasers. Dual Disc is a really nice Keyblade that I've actually used for multiple worlds. It's pretty strong.
There you go, folks. That's Helldragon's little review of that particular Keyblade.
I give it an 8 out of 10. Almost could be great.
10 out of 10, not bad.
More Flick Rush, who gives a shit? I don't.
Okay, let's just equip Dull Disc, and by the way, I think Kyber's gonna sue somebody.
I'm already here. I'm filing out paperwork as we speak. I can't do the abridged voice. I'm sorry, guys. Screw the rules. I have money. There, I tried. Yeah, I definitely need a nap after that world. Oh, boy.
Okay, that'll do it for this installment of Dream Drop Distance. Remember, folks, if Xemnas tells you something, don't believe his lies. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.